We are at it again on your program, Book Affairs, your TV book program where we talk about no other thing but books. As usual, whenever we come around, we usually come with a book written by an author. We talk about the book, we review its contents, and we ensure that you have a lesson or two to learn from it. I want to assure you that today we are going to continue to abide with that tradition. Yomi Ogunye is my name. Once again, I welcome you to Book Affairs, your TV book program. And what book are we going to talk about today? The title of today's book is The Throne in the Forest. What exactly could that refer to? The Throne in the Forest, written by Ayodeji Adegbola. Ayodeji Adegbola will be my guest today. He's the writer of the book, and he will have quite a lot to tell you. Once again, I welcome you. And Mr. Ayodeji Adegbola, I welcome you to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
I told those watching us that you are the writer of The Throne in the Forest, your book, which is in my hand right now.
Yeah.
But before we talk about your book, we want to talk about the writer. Who is Ayodeji Adegbola?
Well, hello Nigerians. My name is Ayodeji Adegbola, as he has said.
Forest, as the title of your book.
Okay, how did I arrive? I was at the title of the book. Well, actually, I was looking at a topic that speaks to the content of my work. And at the same time, I was looking at how I can better explain, or just give a caption that can better explain the political tussle, or let's say struggle for power when it comes to governance position, elected positions. At the same time, I want something quite easy to understand. And the topic speaks to the situations, the environment at the same time, or let's say the plot, the environment of the work. So that's why I just have to come out with that topic.
I really like that. It sounds political.
Well, we are how political, definitely.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, to the book, what is the major...
Removing some people from, making it a top few, bottom heavy, that kind of something. So in the longer run, some few animals made it to the top. We have elephants, we have lion, we have gorilla, and they had some of this very funny thing that came up, that they actually went to start using magic instead of, they asked them not to go magical, but some went to use magic, some went to use the Bible, very funny kind of setting. But in the longer run, elephant was elected the king.
Being the biggest and the strongest.
The biggest and the strongest. But there's a saying that says that you don't judge a book by its cover.
All right.
And when you're going for election, you don't look at beyond electoral promises. How do you want to deliver?
All right. Thank you very much for that. Now, what type of book is this?
Well, the type of book, this book is an allegory. It's an allegory in the sense that I try to address political, social issues, precisely.
All right. Yeah. So what would be the central theme of the book?
Okay, the central theme of this book is we are looking at electoral issues. Because personally, I'm interested to see how we can have a change of psyche, change of orientation in that line. Then we are looking at issues of violence, issues of vote buying and vote selling.
Welcome back. You are still watching Book Affairs, your TV book program where we talk about no other thing but books. My guest, Mr. Ayodeji Adegbola, the writer of The Throne in the Forest, is still very much with us. He's been telling us quite a lot. He has more to tell us. So once again, Mr. Adegbola, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
You've told us that your book is an allegory, and I find that very interesting.
Thank you,
I would want to know how many pages do we have here? What's the size of the book,
well,
the chapters?
We have just 73 pages and 11 chapters, because I want it to be easily read.
If I may ask you, what's your target readership for the book?
Teenagers and the youth.
Teenagers.
And the youth.
When and where was it published?
It was published in 2020 in Ibadan. I published it and printed and in the nearest future. So just a way of me trying to look at how we can provide solutions to political situations and challenges that we have in Nigeria. So that's why.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I want you to read a little portion of the book to us. That's what we do. On each occasion we have a guest like you around. So you will read a little portion of it that we may have a feel of what ideas you have put down.
All right. Since we've been talking about political issues and social issues in Nigeria, I think I will just try to read this part. The second paragraph in page, if you want to get the book, page 64, the second paragraph says, on the election day, as monkey and tortoise were distributing money and sharing food, animals kept collecting till they finished what they had on them. While the poor lion stood preaching his electoral promises to the animals. However, unlike previous elections, all animals came out to vote en masse. Some even came a night before with their breastplate and food flags. It was obvious that this time they meant business. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for that part that you have just read to us. So if I may ask you, what point did you want to bring out of that?
Well, the point I want to bring out of that is that I want people to realize that the change that we demand for, we are the change. And, you know, as I will always say, that we are the architects of our own future. Yeah, we are the architects of our own future. And that God has given to us everything we need to change our lives. And election is stronger than the bullet. So, in as such, if you want to make a change in government, or in fact even determine your future, election is one of the means. And 2023 is at the corner here.
Pass a message across,
exactly.
And you also want to reach out to more audience.
Exactly.
I'm very sure some people have read the book.
Yeah, quite a couple.
So what has been their reaction to the book?
Well,
what did they say? What's their experience like?
Okay, their experience was, I had personally more than once, more than twice or 3 times, I can't just give count, people sending me messages because my contacts are actually behind the book, that really this has changed the way they thought, the way they think about issues, the way they look at issues, especially the young ones. You know, I've encountered a young boy that was talking about election precisely. The guy was saying that he just wants to go and make the money. During election, he wants to go and collect his money and go. So I was telling them, think about it. If you think that the money, if you think that, you know, people have this, sorry, I just have to do this. People have this impression that election does not count in Nigeria, but it is a lie. Think about it. Why do people come to you to buy your votes if your election will not even count? Phones and what have you. So, but particularly to Nigerian issue, I think the problem stems from the economic situations that we find ourselves into. Because as I always say, that the political determines the economy. Now, a lot of things is actually wrong with our political sphere affecting our economic sphere. How can you explain a parent that is not able to buy or to pay his children's school fee? Is that parent that you are telling the parent to come and buy books? You know, it's a circle. I can't afford to pay my children's school fee.